Okay. Yeah. Ace Attorney. Alright. Whoops. Alright. We're all good? I think we're good. Alright. Let's go. Continue. Investigation. Yes. Right and co-law officers. So I have no idea. I can't remember what was happening. What's been happening. I think all I remember from the trial is that Jack Hammer put on the samurai's costume, and there was a fight, and the kid witnessed a fight, but the fight was all bloody and shit. And that's all I remember. I don't remember. And oh yeah, there's like a particular group of people that are sus. I think Penny is sus. I don't really trust Penny. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Oh shit. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. Sorry. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to spend the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Yeah, well. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Okay, so is Maya's whole character, is she like meant to be the stand-in for like the person playing the game? Is that her relevancy to the plot? Is that she's the stand-in? I guess she would be. So it's like she's like, you know, it's like because the game expects the person to not play on from this point from the trial, and so they're like recapping you about what's happening. I guess maybe I don't know. I don't know. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? And that's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. Okay, so it's not Penny? Alright, so it's... Okay, well then, it has to be the producer. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Oh, she doesn't know because she wasn't in the trial. Because it was Mia. Oh, okay then. Alright. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers. Right. Alright, let's go. Moving. This guy's still locked up.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wound him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though, there's not really anything I can do to help.
Ha 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 ha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. What up? Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She is well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And... what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors, anyhow.
What? The fuck are you on about, mate? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says, jump, he asks, how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call. Though I can't imagine him jumping. Okay, alright, Phoenix, right, listen. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? Alright, can we like give him stuff? Like, what does he know about this book? Have you seen this, Mr. Powers?
What's that? Never seen these Steel Samurais in my life.
These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself.
Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know?
Right, what does he know about this camera?
Excuse me, can you, like, shut the fuck up? I don't know cameras, alright.
Excuse me, can you, like, shut the fuck up? I don't know about these cameras, alright. He doesn't know shit. You don't know shit. Regarding the murder weapon.
Yes?
Is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through?
Oh, yes. I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we had. Alright, well, you're useless. Let's go to the main gate. Is old oh, there she is, the old woman. Uh-oh. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful, like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if you wanted. You eat, you die. Ooh, she's alive! Okay. This is silly. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs. Love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me to talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about some? Wait, hang on. Am I? Okay, good. Alright, good. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like a dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer?
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing.
Hello? Hi, hello. But Maya, you should at least try to be polite. Okay, this is insane. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I am watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh, dear. Okay. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My fey blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it! Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh dear. Well, that means we gotta go to the trailer then, right? Let's go to the trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess you're still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. They're talking about Penny, right? No, I don't want to move. I want to examine. What's this? They're designing a set to use. Yeah, this is just reused text, right? Like just flavor text, I guess. There's a chair. Weren't there other people? Or was it only those two? Okay. So I guess we just gotta talk to the different peoples and. Wait, it doesn't let you go into the. Oh, there we go. I guess not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Uh-oh.
No touching. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique indeed. Okay, Phoenix.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct, but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here.
Our science gun gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Alright. Now, everything in due time, pal. Okay. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright? So the food in this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Okay. Wait, I actually didn't even look at that. Found it in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Alright. How goes the investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Redriff, though. How is Redriff doing, anyway? Mr. Redriff is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about bands, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bowls. Huh? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bundle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Canvas's prints, on that bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Found on the table in the employee area bears Jack Canvas's footprints. Okay, what do you have to say about the book? It looks like Will Powers is drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests. You're being very through with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it'd been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that. Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed out on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Redworth. Must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Ah. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... I killed him. This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if you could. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2? Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh no, the music stopped. Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. What rumor? The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Oh, she's watching the clouds. Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using a new studio. Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Oh, Jesus. What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They are not going to make kids shows anymore. What, are they going to make porn or something? What's happening? What? Why? Adult Swim? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want to Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all those kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They will find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Wait. I love this music. Yeah, look at this. What's this? This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Neither do I, Nick. Funny that I don't either. Oops, let's try that again. Wait, I don't know. I can't remember what the context was. What's this? This is why you can't... I'm sorry, I don't understand. Wait. Is it this? And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. I'm evil, can't you tell? You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Did you kill the guy, Jack? Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us about what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. Oh wait, and that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Well, let's go ask her then. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnedest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Always keep a safe distance when talking to old women. Where were you on January 6th, 2021? I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick? Nichols, Nick? Penny Nichols? That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming of Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Sorry. he killed a man. He killed a man, didn't he? Oh my god. Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less? I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Oh yeah, I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume. Sleeping pills. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammers had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used the pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? I love his face, it's so fucking funny. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. And now it's no longer funny. Now it's gonna be in my nightmares. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. What the fuck? You know, there's like You know what I love about this game? And this is only like the third case. There's like so many fun screenshots with this game. There's so many, and I just think that's utterly hilarious. Utterly. Like the cow. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. She's got ties to the mafia. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? What the fuck is it? Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. It's an interesting set piece, may I add. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Okay. Now what? We gotta present that to someone. Oh. Can we present it to, Vasquez herself? Let's go to the, outside Studio 1. Go into outside Studio 2. Can we? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well. Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez? You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. And you have ties to the Mafia. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. What? Oh, it's only been 20 minutes. Well, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him, and to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? Intentional? Yeah, okay. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years? Over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands. She did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all a reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh my, what the fuck? What's going on? The Mafia men. They look so stupid. It's like who are they? Professionals. They are good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammers' dead, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, a race away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you are coming down to the precinct with me, now. Hell yeah. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. The Mafia men. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. You're such an idiot. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Yeah. So is he like a friend now? Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Vasquez? I think. To be continued. Oh, are we literally on the trial? Are we literally already at the trial? That's so cool. Hell yeah. Let's do it then. I guess I didn't really get lost, because the directions were easy to figure out. October 20th, 10 AM. Well, wait, so where was the director at then? We didn't really get to talk to the director. Oh well. No, yeah, I don't think he was anywhere. Alright, well, whatever. I mean, I guess he's kind of irrelevant now. Sorry. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edrath, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. And she's still smoking in the courtroom. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Valquez.
Whatever your name is. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make it pay. Okay, I think I'm not actually talking into the mic properly. And that's an issue. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Okay. Witness testimony. Alright, what's she saying? I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12, sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Wasn't the murder at Studio 2?
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. Okay.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination?
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Alright, so we gotta press Q on everything, right? I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Did you really, though? By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this Tess? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. The Studio 2. Okay. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh. Oh, right. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Alright, let me just check something. Okay, nothing here really says anything. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Right. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table. Was it really T-bone? Wasn't... Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick? Oh! I kind of wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure she'll find some kind of contradiction in what you said somewhere. Yeah, wasn't Sal eating a bunch of steak? I mean, that's a different thing. Because Thingio is eating the steak. Because didn't, like, Sal Manella literally said that he was, like, eating a bunch of steak or some shit? I don't know. But you didn't, though? See, that's a different steak, right? But what if... Wait, to drive to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer? But isn't that van literally in Studio 2? Am I getting the studio... I'm not getting the studio names mixed up. Studio 2 is the one of the thing, right? Yeah. Because it's the secret path. Alright, let's just present the steak. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. That's a steak. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone had been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. What? I don't get this. Ms. Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order? Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Jesus Christ. Alright. Surely there's more to this.
But, Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Okay. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that meta weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? The Mafia. Right? I think you'd have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing in this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Oh shit. Oh wait, someone said something. Though, FYI. I have no idea what that means, Rosita.
What is the meaning of this? That spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Oh, what? How? Did she run him over? I don't know. Oh god. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Is that why? I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Oh, it was broke apart. It was broke apart. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume of this through the chest?
Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at with your little van there? Think about what you are... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright,
Can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill? I don't know. Hit bare hands? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. The van. It was the van. He was run over. It was the van. Nick! Think about this some more, huh? Please. She has a point. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. Oh god. Wait. That is still gruesome. Oh shit, what if it was that? It has to be that then, right? Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
I think my voice for the judge is wrong, but whatever.
Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. It was an unfortunate accident to Global Studios. This was a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fuller man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Oh shit. We got him.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 PM on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing stuff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1, and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, could she have dealt with the body?
I think she had another way, the van... other than with her own hands. For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van. Because I guess the Mafia wouldn't. The Mafia were like, no, I'm not touching the dead body. It was the van. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, right. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? course he wasn't. Of course he wasn't. Ha! So, without Mr. Manila noticing anything, she put the body in the van. They managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Of course, I'm not serious. Ha! Ha! I was kidding, to, lighten up the proceedings. Lighten? You can't lighten up a murder. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. Well, I mean, what the hell? Well, I mean, Salmonella does whatever Miss Vasquez tells him to. Like a sheepdog, you know? So I guess it's like, well, the body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You were smarter than your luck, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost. Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer! What? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
Order? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'll testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify? Again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright? Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail.
As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Okay. Why is this like... Why is this case being more funny than it has...
I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say. Ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that. Edgeworth. Okay. I was with Sal and Ordbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Ordbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of it, Nick. Right. Alright, let's do this. I was with Sal and Oldbank, the security lady, when we found the body. Okay. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sam Manila's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen for what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers is absent. I still think Penny somehow murdered Jackhammer. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around. You discovered the murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his Steel Samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police and Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent, so we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the directive that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I have to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out. Yes? It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in the meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Oh, the Mafia. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Why? The script and your direction notes. Yes, they are quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring a script and notes? Well, I was just under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Oh.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth? What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Were you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. Believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
Well, this is the injury. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in his photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Yeah, I already said it. I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manelli was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez? Well... You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. Yeah. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well... It would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai costume. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh. Order, order, I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Yeah, riddle me this. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive.
Okay, alright. Not every murderer needs a motive. Maybe they just want to murder because they want to murder. But anyway, maybe Hammer did not want to be, you know. Maybe he didn't want to be used or burdened, you know.
If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I presented the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Well, it's this photo. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident participated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, Undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss V...
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
I mean, she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. And all Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Okay, so Jack Hammer wanted to frame Will Powers then. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Damn. So, you did it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me. There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel, Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel, don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No, please, I don't know what is happening. Don't die, please. Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
Aye. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers is innocent. That he should also be found, so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Alright. Ooh.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Well, hey, we did it. Shit. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad.
I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because you ate his T-bone steak. A samurai scrapbook. I don't know. I don't freaking know. You like T-bone steak. You like steak. Is there anything here that actually suggests anything? It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Jesus Christ.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more.
No, that show's cancelled.
I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Okay, bitch.
Mr. Wright. Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kinda surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cootie and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Wait, the lead? What, is Will Powers playing the Pink Print? Who's playing the Pink Print? I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The world is never ready for Will Powers. The end. What the fuck is that? Why does that guy have a parrot? Why does that guy have a parrot? A new episode has been added. Oh boy. Yes. How do I... About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. Oh god, how do I exit? You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. What? What? Okay, I'm gonna... Well, I already saved, right? But I'll save again. J. Well, sure. Yep. Okay. So, I guess, that's it then, for now. Damn. So weird. Well,